lovelies, it's Sarcasm the Sickness, and welcome back for another episode of Skill Link. In today's episode, you will see me draw a commission for Skizzer. And I'm gonna be honest, I was pretty shocked to have him even commission me because he himself is a pretty decent artist, like a really decent artist, dude. And you know, it's like, what do you need me for? But obviously, nonetheless, I very much appreciated the commission and all that good stuff. And if you haven't heard of Skizzer, like I said, he is an artist. He is a young graphic artist whose YouTube channel basically revolves around his design and stuff. You know, like videos of the sped up design with music over top. It's cool to watch. Basically, mostly revolving around his series Concept to Reality and very recently Pimp My GFX. He does a lot of work for the Poketubers in the community and sometimes gets involved in like the co-ops and LPs, and most recently, I suppose, he was featured as part 4 in the Lumio Station Taglock. So if you didn't see him there, I guess, well, his links are going to be in the description, so check him out. Anyway, today I want to talk about something. I want to start off by saying, the other day I was cooking breakfast for Pedro and I, and I guess I was cooking like eggs and bakies and hash browns and stuff like that. And when I was cooking the bacon, I guess the grease in the pan caused enough smoke to set off the fire alarm and wake up Pedro's parents. And they like, I feel bad. I felt so bad. I'm like, I didn't mean to wake you. There's no fire. It's just smoke. Goodness. And they like kind of like wandered out of their room and towards the kitchen. Like, what's going on? And I'm just standing there like, I don't know. There's no fire or anything. I didn't do anything. I'm sorry. And it got me thinking about other times that I actually have set things on fire in kitchens. Notably, it happened twice at my parents' house that I have set things on fire. So that's what I want to talk about today, is, I guess, accidental arson, or something like that. Anyway, the first time that I ever accidentally set something on fire in a kitchen, I don't remember how old I was, but I know my youngest sister was born, so if she's watching, she'll probably remember this, because she was old enough to remember it at the time. But I was in the kitchen and I was cooking pierogies for the first time. Now, if you don't know what pierogies are, and the only reason I want to like kind of preface by talking about what pierogies are is because I have mentioned the word pierogies to people before and they look at me like I've got 3 heads or something, like they don't know what the hell it is. Pierogies are like essentially a pasta pocket with like mashed potatoes inside and like cheddar cheese usually and stuff like that. It's so freaking good. It's a big Polish thing, and I believe it's Polish. And they're pretty big on the East Coast, or at least like up in Pennsylvania area. I've seen them in New Jersey as well. So, I don't know, get yourself some pierogies. Anyway, I was cooking pierogies, Mrs. T's brand, freaking delish. But it's my first time ever cooking them, so I wasn't exactly sure of all the precautions, I suppose. I was cooking pierogies, and it was all good, but I had too much oil in the pan, because I was trying to fry them, because they're really freaking good fried, dude. So good. But yeah, I was trying to fry them, I had too much oil in the pan, you know, I'm just chilling or whatever, and some of the oil starts popping up, because it's getting hot, and, you know, the grease and oil do that. If you've ever cooked fried chicken, or anything fried, really, it does that. And some of the oil popped up and hit my arm, which, okay, it's not like I haven't been burned before, it wasn't that serious, but the problem was that I was holding onto the pan at the time and like moving around the pierogies, so when the oil hit my arm, I instinctively jerked my arm back, which again wouldn't have been a problem if I had actually let go of the pan. So when I jerked my arm back, the pan comes with it and throws oil onto the other side of the pan, and at this point in time, my parents had very recently gotten their electric stove, which is great, and it doesn't have an open flame like a gas stove would, but it still gets really, really hot. So the oil immediately goes up in flames, and oh my gosh, I didn't know what to do. This is my first time having set something on fire accidentally. I think this is my first time setting things on fire in general, besides like birthday candles or something. So I was in a panic. I didn't know what to do. Obviously I put the pan down, and and rushed over to the sink, and I didn't know that you can't put out oil fires and grease fires with water. It still doesn't make sense to me. I'm sure there's some kind of science behind it, but I don't get it, okay? It should go away, but it didn't. So I went to the sink, and I, like, grabbed some water, and I started, like, splashing water onto it, and it just made it worse, and it started getting angrier, and then, my youngest sister, like, starts wandering towards the kitchen, like, what is going on in there? And I'm like, go get Mom! She's like, okay! And like, runs up the stairs. So I'm over there, like, in the kitchen panicking, trying to not have the ceiling on fire soon, because the flames are getting higher, and I'm freaking the frick out. And in a last-ditch effort to fix this somehow before my mom came downstairs, I grabbed a towel. See, my mom has these little towels that she, like, hangs off of the handles of the drawers and stuff. You know, just so that, like, when you're washing dishes or when you're cooking and you get something on your hands, you just quickly use a towel, wipe your hands off, bada bing, you know, you can just move on with your day. So I unhook this thing from the drawer and just start beating the crap out of the fire, like just literally just taking the towel and just slapping the fire, because I didn't know what to do. I pretty much figured that if I were to just put the towel on it and try to smother the fire, that the towel would catch on fire and that it would be a bigger problem. So instead of just laying it on top to try to smother it, I literally just slapped the fire. I slapped the fire to death, and I actually was able to make the fire go away. And my mom came downstairs like, what is going on? And I'm like, I've handled it. It's okay. But, like, I was super shaken, and, like, you know, like, the ceiling was a little dark because there was enough smoke and the flames got high enough to kind of scorch the ceiling a little bit. But in the end, nothing was like seriously damaged. I don't even think the smoke alarm went off, honestly, which is the weirdest part. Then, like, you know, just the whole kitchen smelled bad, and I was shaken. I was shaken. I was like, oh my god, I almost burned down our whole house. But then my mom explained, you know, why it happened, or why okay, that's too much oil, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So it was better, and it was fine, but oh my god, I can't even tell you how freaking scared I was. So that was the first time that I almost burned our house down. Second time was actually this past year. I was actually watching a Pokemon live stream. I was watching Mr. AGZ's stream. And I don't know, this is at a time when before I started my channel, and I had a lot of time, and so I was at his streams all the time, and there was a lot of great people there, so I always wanted to be there to talk to people and to try to get involved in battles and whatnot. So I think I was home alone, and I was kind of like on my own as far as dinner went, so I was like, alright, I'll just make some macaroni and cheese or whatever while I'm watching the stream. It's not that hard. So, you know, I got my Kraft's macaroni and cheese, and, you know, started making that and everything, whatever. And, like, in between, like, cooking it, I would go back and look at my computer and, like, watch the stream for a bit, because I didn't want to miss anything. I don't know, I was talking to people at the time. I didn't want to, like, miss conversation bits in the chat and everything. At one point, I think I accidentally spilled milk on the counter, and I got a paper towel and I wiped it up. But I left the paper towel, like, slightly too close to the burner, I guess. So when I went back to go and look at the stream again, it heated up enough to catch fire. And so now I've got a flaming piece of paper towel over there by my noodles, which you can't have that. You can't have burnt noodles, dude. And I wasn't sure what to do. I was like, oh god, what do I do? So, this, like, luckily I caught it, I noticed it, like, before it got too big and, like, engulfed the entire piece of paper towel. So I was able to grab the end of the paper towel and throw it into the sink and immediately turn the water on. But I did burn my hand a little bit because, you know, when you're, like, when I grabbed the paper towel, like the flames then were underneath my hand and climbing up towards my hand. So I did burn myself a little bit, and that really sucked. But I guess the consolation is I still had a house and I didn't burn my house down while my parents were gone, so that's a big deal, big deal. Big accomplishment. So, and then it was really gross, and like I was trying to like, I actually didn't want like my parents to know. I didn't want my mom to know that I set something on fire again. I mean, obviously this is like years later, so it's like she wouldn't have even, like related the two events together or anything. And they're not related, obviously. I'm just clumsy and like bad at things, I guess. But yeah, like I was like panicking. I'm like, I just want to get the burnt stuff out of here. So I like tried to like wash it all down the sink, and then I had to wash the dishes because now they've got like burnt stuff all over them, and it's just freaking annoying. But in the end, I was able to cook my food effectively, not burn it, not burn the house, not break anything. And then come back to the stream and jump into the chat and say, "Hey guys, I almost burned my house down, haha." So there was that. So if you guys are there, then I know there's some people who who frequently comment who were part of those streams. So if you remember that, kudos to you. That was hilarious. Anyway, in the comment section below, let me know if you have ever set things on fire accidentally. Maybe in your kitchen, I don't know, maybe I've heard of people like accidentally setting on things on fire because of like candles and stuff, like forgetting that the candle was lit and everything. I don't know, have you ever had like a birthday cake fire problem? I heard that's a thing too sometimes. That's scary. I don't know what I'd do, man. It'd be the worst birthday ever. Anyway, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a like. It helps me out and keeps me encouraged, and I want to do these things for you. And if you are new to the channel, well, welcome. Hi, I'm Sarcasm the Sickness, and and I do videos like this all the time, like art videos where I talk over them and talk to people about things. And I encourage you to talk back to me. Not like that, like talk to me about things in the comment section, like in response. I love you guys. See you later. Maybe you should subscribe a little if you haven't already, because I don't know, I might, I guess. I'll see you. Bye.